Welcome, everyone, inside Wolverine Stadium here on the campus of Riverton High School in Riverton, Wyoming. I'm Travis Gupton, the sports director for the Red River Radio Network, and it is just a big-time pleasure to have you with me today. We are in for another good couple of games today, as the Star Valley Braves and Lady Braves come to town to take on your Lady Wolverines and Wolverines. So we're going to jump right into the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show, but to allow everyone to get online, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of the pregame show.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show. I'm Travis Gupton, sports director at the Wind River Radio Network. Glad to have you with me on a kind of warm Saturday afternoon if you're from Wyoming. I'm from Mississippi and Tennessee, so I'm used to like 60 degrees in the winter, so it's nice outside. But we are good, having a good time here inside. We are about 7.5 minutes away from tip-off between the Lady Wolverines and the Lady Braves. And coming into today, the Star Valley Lady Braves, they sit near the bottom of the 4A West as it relates to scoring. They sit at number 15 out of 16. They only average 29.6 points a game, and they allow 39.8 from their opponents. And again, like I mentioned last night, Riverton is averaging 34.5, and they sit at allowing 53.6 points for their opponents. The Lady Braves come in today with a 5-8 overall record, and they are 2-1 in conference. And it's all starting from one of their starters, Kinley Englehart. Englehart is averaging 5.9 points per game and 3 steals in a game. So she has very active hands, very active on the defensive side of the ball. But the problem for the Lady Braves is going to be scoring. As I said, they average just under 30 points a game, and really it shows in their stat line. They shoot 20% from the three-point line and only 34% from the field. And they really don't fare better as it relates to the free throw game as well, as they average around 40%. So something's going to have to give as it relates to the scoring for the Lady Braves if they are going to come in here and try to steal a win from a Lady Wolverines team who is riding a one-game win streak. They won last night against the Jackson Lady Bronx, and it was Paisley Jackson who was our Papa Murphy's player of the game yesterday, as she had 13 points, and 8 of those came in the fourth quarter to really put the game away for the Lady Wolverines. And so we are hoping that the Lady Wolverines can pull another win out of the hat. As I mentioned last night, conference play has begun, and anytime conference play is going on, every win is crucial, every game is crucial, no matter where it is. And so we're 5 minutes away from the start of this one. And so, as you can see, walking across the screen right now, the cheerleaders in their football uniforms and the pep band, I don't know if you can, I'm assuming you can hear it, is rocking and rolling across from me. And so we are just about ready to get started here. We're going to take another commercial break, and when we come back, we will start with the Sutherland's starting lineup right after this.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that it would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nowadays, cocktails to go are common in many establishments. The U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration wants to remind drivers that, although alcohol is more mobile, it's always dangerous and illegal to drink and drive. In 2021, 8 Fremont County highway fatalities were related to drinking and driving, and there were 56 alcohol-related crashes. With the big game coming up on February 13th, the Fremont County DUI Task Force will be looking for drunk drivers. If you're caught drinking and driving, you will face jail time. Imagine trying to explain that to your family and friends or your place of employment.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at Du Bois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
And welcome back to the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show, and we're going to jump right into the Sutherland's starting lineup. Starting off for the visiting Lady Braves of Star Valley. Number 1, Kinley Englehart. Number 2, Amber Moline. Number 5, Whitney Hale. Number 25, McKenna Frazier. And number 35, Mia Hutchinson. For the Lady Wolverines, it is number 1, Paisley Jackson, number 10, McKay Fegler, number 11, Ella Judd, number 15, Jordanelle Anderson, and number 23, Savannah Martinez. So we are about ready to get it on here between the Lady Braves and the Lady Wolverines. And again, we are glad you are with us wherever you may be for this one. And again, we are very excited to be here. And again, if you're wondering where Riverton, the voice of the Riverton Wolverines and Lady Wolverines, Kevin Shields is, he's on his way back from Georgia, I believe, after enjoying a nice anniversary. And so they called a jump ball right off the tip. That's a first for me. And so we'll tip it off again, and it'll go in the hands of the Lady Braves and into the hands of Amber Moline, who hands it over to Hutchinson and then over to Frazier. Frazier with the ball, hands over to Hale. And again, wide open is Englehart. Englehart for 3. That's no good. And it's an offensive rebound for the Lady Braves. Back in the hands of Englehart for a moment, and then to Hale. Hale gives it up and then ends it back in the hands of Hale, and she is fouled on the drive to the basket with 7:26 in the first.
Riverton foul, 15, Anderson.
And they are going to say that was not in the act of shooting, so it'll be a floor foul. And that is the first foul on the Lady Wolverines of this one. Shot up and no good for the Lady Braves. And so it'll end up in the hands of Paisley Jackson. Jackson hands off to Fegler, I'm sorry. Ella Judd almost traveled, ends up in Paisley Jackson's hands, and it's up and good for Paisley Jackson, who again in the first half of last night's game had 2 points the whole half, and then ended up with 8 in the fourth quarter to give her the 13. And a blocking foul is on Paisley Jackson. That is her first, team's second. Second team foul. So the Lady Braves will inbound and over into the hands of Englehart, who again is the leading scorer for this Lady Braves team. 3-point shot by Hale is no good, and rebound goes in the hands of Paisley Jackson, and Jackson will bring it around up the court. High up against the half-court line, and a hard screen there by Ella Judd, and it actually knocked the ball out of the hands of Jackson, but it goes out of bounds off of the Lady Braves, so it'll stay with the Lady Wolverines. Inbound to Savannah Martinez as we are about 6.5 to go in the first. Ella Judd hands over to Anderson. Anderson to Martinez. Martinez looks to drive. She's cut off, and she travels. Turnover on the Lady Wolverines. Goes back to the Lady Braves. Englehart brings it across the timeline and hands off to Frazier. Frazier back in the hands of Englehart, almost stolen away there by Ella Judd. In the hands of Hutchinson. Over to Frazier. Frazier for three and misses everything. And Paisley Jackson tries to save it, but she steps on the baseline out of bounds, so it will stay with the Lady Braves with an early 2-0 lead for the Lady Wolverines with 5:50 left. And the official calls an offensive foul on the Lady Braves on the inbounds. It is on number 35, Mia Hutchinson. That is her first, team's first of this one. So it'll go back into the hands of the Lady Wolverines and in the hands of McKay Fegler. Fegler over to Martinez. Martinez overshot the pass, and so it was stolen by the Lady Braves. Lady Braves quickly up the court. Shot by Moline, no good. And then a second shot by the Lady Braves. That was no good. Moline gets the offensive rebound. That's no good. And finally it falls out of bounds, but a foul is called.
Star Valley foul to Milne.
So that was on Milne on Star Valley, and that is the team's second. And it'll go back in the hands of the Lady Wolverines with 5:20 left in the first quarter. Paisley Jackson with the ball now, looking to get around and tries to drive. She tries to go around and do like a half diagonal shot. From her knees, she takes a shot, and they're going to count the shot, the shot attempt. And so that is on number 35's. That's Hutchinson's second, team's third, and it's going to send Paisley Jackson to the line for two. And again, she took the shot from her knees. Never seen that before. High step into the shot. She shoots it, and it's good. So already, Paisley Jackson has surpassed her last night's game average in the first half with 3 points. All 3 points for the Lady Wolverines. Jackson with the three dribbles, the spin, the high step into the line. Up. No good on that one. Offensive rebound, however, by Anderson, and a foul is called. Foul is on number 2, Moline. That is the fourth team foul on the Lady Braves. And so that will send Moline out, and it will bring in number 21, Gracie Kaiser. Ball inbounds to Savannah Martinez. Martinez brings it around to Fegler. Fegler tries to look for a low pass. That's stolen away by the Lady Braves, and they're off on the other side with Englehart. Englehart hands off to Maddie Hale. And then Hale hands off to Frazier, who had just entered the game. Three-pointer shot by Kaiser is no good, and a rebound by the Lady Wolverines with 4:40 left in the first quarter and 3-0 for the Lady Wolverines. Or to say 3-0 for Paisley Jackson. Hard shot there by Jordanelle Anderson, who drives for the base, and it is no good, but a foul is called on number 21, Kaiser, and that will send Jordanelle Anderson to the line for two. First one on the way, and it is strong. Paisley Jackson literally got 2 breaths before she got put back into the game as McKay Fegler takes a sit down. Anderson's second shot on the way, that's no good. And we got a jump ball as 3 ladies, well, 2 Lady Wolverines and a Lady Brave are on the ground. And so possession arrow will stay with the Lady Wolverines. Paisley Jackson will look to inbound, gets it in the hands of Savannah Martinez. Martinez looking to drive. Now she's trapped. She's looking for somebody to give it to, and she ends up in the hands of Paisley Jackson again. Nice screen there by Ella Judd for Jackson. Jackson kind of uses it, but nothing with it. Gives it to Judd, and she ends up on the baseline, and she is fouled on the baseline drive by number 21, Kaiser. That's her second quickly, and it's the team's 6th with 4:07 left in the first period. Long inbounds pass out to Camden Sheets, who is in the game. Hard pass there by Savannah Martinez, or to Savannah Martinez, I should say, and it's too strong for her as it goes out of bounds. And so it will go to the Lady Braves with 4 minutes exactly in the first.
Substitution for Riverton, 13, Engstrom.
Haley Engstrom has now entered the game for the Lady Wolverines as the Lady Braves inbound the ball in the hands of Englehart. Englehart gets the ball back after a pass to Hale, and she is fouled, and Coach McIntosh is not happy about that call.
Riverton foul.
And the foul is on Camden Sheets. That's her second already, team's 3rd. Close there to a 5-second call for the Lady Braves, was just able to get it in, and now it's at the top of the key in the hands of Maddie Hale. Hale hands off to Whitney Hale. And the shot no good, and ball back in the hands of the Lady Wolverines with 3:33 left in the first quarter. Savannah Martinez looking to drive the baseline. Nice spin move, decides against it, hands it back out, ends up in the hands of Paisley Jackson, who hands it off to Haley Engstrom. Engstrom hands it off to Camden Sheets. Camden Sheets tries to drive. She can't do it. And so Engstrom will take it out to the top of the key, and we will reset. She falls and is tripped and then tries to pass it over to Anderson, who gets the ball taken away. And then quickly Anderson, nice little poke steal there that knocks the ball out of bounds. Could have ended up in a easy layup there for the Lady Braves. However, it is an out-of-bounds play with 2:59 left in the first quarter. And right now, the only points on the board is not Camden Sheets, Paisley Jackson. However, a shot up and good by Camry Jenkins, number 24. So that is the first points of the game for the Lady Braves, and now it is 3-2. With 2:45 left in the first period. Quickly down the court, the Lady Wolverines get a shot up on by Paisley Jackson. That's no good. Rebound goes to the Lady Braves, and we're back on this end of the court. Deep pass into Jenkins again, and then back out as she is swarmed by the Lady Wolverines. Back in the hands of Englehart. Englehart tries to shoot, no call, and then Paisley Jackson gets the rebound, and then she is blocked. She is blocked by Camry Jenkins, and so that'll be Camry Jenkins' first foul, and it is the team's 7th, and so we are going to be taking the walk down to the other end of the court, and it'll be the 1-and-1.
To the line for Riverton, 1, Jackson, bonus.
We are at 2 minutes, 19 seconds, 3-2 in favor of the Lady Wolverines, and they're going to be shooting the bonus the rest of the way in this quarter. First one on the way, and it is good.
Returning for the Wolverines, 10, Fegler.
McKay Fegler comes back into the game for Camden Sheets. Another high kick there by Paisley Jackson, and that one is up, and that one is good, and so it is 5-2 Lady Wolverines, and all 5 points has come from Paisley Jackson. Turnover by the Lady Braves goes back in the hands of the Lady Wolverines. And Fegler loses the ball, goes back across the timeline, and both ladies dive for it, and it is a jump ball, and that point possession arrow will go in favor of the Lady Braves with 2:06 left in the first quarter and 5-2 in favor of the Lady Wolverines. Englehart gets a clear shot to the lane, and she takes a shot, no good, and Engstrom was not aware that Englehart was still there, and however, no points, no foul, and Paisley Jackson was all the way down on the other end of the court by herself, and she goes up for the shot, and she is fouled by number 24, Jenkins, and that is the team's 8th of the first half, and so Paisley Jackson will go to the line to shoot more free throws. First one on the way, and it is long, no good.
Substitutions for Star Valley: 25, Frazier. For Riverton, 12, Sheets.
Camden Sheets comes back into the game for the Lady Wolverines, as Anderson takes the second shot, and that one's up and good. So it is 6-2 Lady Wolverines with 1:40 left. Ball in the hands of Olivia Englehart, who is in the game now. She tries to look low post and just throws it out of bounds. Turnover in favor of the Lady Wolverines. Anderson with the ball, hands off to Camden Sheets. Sheets over to Martinez. Martinez looks to drive, unable to do so. Ends up back in the hands now of Gracie Olheiser, who has entered the game. Lady Wolverines moving the ball around really well, looking for some kind of offense. Camden Sheets is going to take a shot. It's no good. It was partially blocked, and it will go out of bounds with 1:01 in the first. 6-2 favor of the Lady Wolverines, and it is Lady Braves ball. Kinley Englehart brings the ball across the timeline as we reach under a minute. She's going to go drive for the basket again, and this time she's fouled. And they're going to call it was a shooting foul, and it was on number 25's Gracie Olheiser. That is her first, team's 4th, but because it was a shooting foul, it will send Kinley Englehart to the line for 2. First one on the way, good. So it is 6-3 now in favor of the Lady Wolverines, and all 6 points has comes from Paisley Jackson. Second one on the way, and it is also good. So now it is a 6-4 game with 50 seconds left. Paisley Jackson trying to find something. She is all kinds of harassed by the Lady Braves defender. Gives it off to Savannah Martinez finally. Martinez is looking to ISO now, looking to drive, unable to do so. She's trapped, and it's got the ball stolen away. Lady Braves looking to push. Nice stop and go, unable to get anything going is, I did not see who that was. I couldn't see the jersey. Finally, it ends up in the hands of McKenna Frazier, who goes up for a shot, and she is fouled with 25 seconds exactly.
Riverton foul, 1, Jackson.
That is on Paisley Jackson. That is her second, so with her scoring literally all the points right now, you got to make sure that she doesn't get into foul trouble. Frazier with the first shot is up and good, and we are now at 6-6. Second one on the way, and it is up and good. And now it is 7-6 in favor of the Lady Braves. And I'm confused by the score, because it was a 3-point lead and she only took 2 shots. So we're going to double check that at the end of the first quarter. However, the Lady Wolverines take a shot and it's no good. There's 7 seconds left as Englehart takes the ball up across the timeline. She almost loses it, does Frazier. Frazier takes a long 3-point shot. It's no good. And so at the end of the first quarter, It is on the scoreboard 7-6 in favor of the Lady Braves. So we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County's school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
All right, so we are back at the start of the second quarter, and I looked at the scorebook, and I didn't think that looked right. It should be 6-6, tied ball game as we enter the second quarter. However, now on the scoreboard, it is 106-6 in the third quarter. So we've got scoreboard problems. But to give you kind of what's going on, Englehart has 3, Jenkins has 2, and Frazier has 1. And then over on the Lady Wolverine side, it's Paisley Jackson with 6. So it should be a 6-6 ball game as we enter the second period. So they are working on the scoreboard, and the scoreboard is now acting all kinds of crazy. So we are now at 103-6. So what we're going to do is while they're working on the scoreboard, we're going to take another commercial break, let them adjust all that, and we'll be back for the second period.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Welcome back, everyone, to KTAK's coverage of Lady Wolverine and Wolverine basketball. If you're on the stream, you can see the cheerleaders over on the baseline. And finally, we got the scoreboard all fixed up. So we are now tied 6-6 as we begin the second. And the Lady Wolverines will have the ball. And it looks like all of the starters are out there, except for Savannah Martinez, who's on the bench. Ball in the hand of Camden Sheets, who gives it over to Judd, or not Judd, to Fegler, who then gives it to Engstrom. Engstrom gives it back to Camden Sheets, and she travels. At one point, when the scoreboard malfunctioned, it was 196-6. So I'm glad that that is not the correct score. She shot up by the Lady Braves, up and no good, and ball goes out of bounds after Ella Judd tries to save it, and she's unable to do it. So ball goes back to the Lady Braves with 7:16. Three-point shot up and no good. Missed everything by the Lady Braves. Ends back up in the hands of Moline. Shot up and no good by the Lady Braves by number 10, who I don't have on their roster. So I apologize for that. I'm going to have to find out who that is. That is Sheridan Coles, number 10. Shot up and good by Ella Judd. And that is the first Lady Wolverine who's not Paisley Jackson to score. And so it is 8-6 with 6:30 left in the first half. And the Lady Wolverines will be shooting the bonus the rest of this quarter. They've been shooting, they actually shot the bonus with about 2 minutes left in the first. Shot up and no good again by the Lady Braves. Nice defense as the Lady Wolverines swarmed to the basket to prevent that shot. Ball in the hands of Engstrom. Engstrom hands over to Anderson, who gives it to Sheets. Sheets gives it around, and the Lady Wolverines are starting to move the ball a little bit more. Engstrom with the ball, looks to drive. She got stripped. And now tried to get it out, did the Lady Braves, unable to do so. And so now the Lady Wolverines get the ball back with 5:40 in the first half. Slower pace on this possession for the Lady Wolverines. Ball in the hands of Fegler. Fegler to Anderson. Anderson to Engstrom. Engstrom looks to drive, unable to do so. Back in the hands of Judd. Judd is going to drive. She takes a shot. It's up and no good. Rebound by the Lady Braves, and it will be Lean who brings the ball back. Hand off to Hutchinson, looking for someone to give the ball to. Ends up in the hands of Kaiser. Kaiser to Coles. Lady Braves moving the ball again back in the hands of Moline at the top of the key. The pace has really slowed down in this second period so far. Three-point shot on the way by Coles is no good. Offensive rebound goes in the way of the Lady Braves, and then Moline just dribbles the ball off of her foot, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover for the Lady Wolverines with 4:34 left in the second period. A host of substitutions, and it looks like now the starters are back out on the floor, with the exception of Maddie Fossey is out there, number 4, and she's got the ball right now. And she's close to the timeline. Finally, she got stripped by Engelhardt. Engelhardt is going to go for the basket, scoop, and score. And so now it is tied 8-8 with 4:13 in the second period. And now, for the first time today, the Star Valley Lady Braves are going to press, and Maddie Fossey goes up the baseline, or the sideline, I'm sorry, and gets out of it. So now it's in the hands of Martinez. Martinez looking to drive, hands it off to Olheiser. Olheiser looks over to Fegler. Fegler for a shot. It's up. It's no good. Offensive rebound goes in the way of the Lady Wolverines, and we got a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Lady Braves.
Returning for Star Valley, 25, Frazier.
Frazier will come back in for the Lady Braves with 3:47 and counting in the first half in an 8-8 ball game. The Lady Wolverines last night played a low-scoring affair just like this, so they're used to this already after less than 24 hours ago having to do it. Shot up and out of bounds by the Lady Braves. It will stay Lady Braves ball with 3:34 left. Low post by Frazier. Frazier up, and Frazier's good, and she's fouled. Foul is on Gracie Olheiser. That is her second, team's 6th of the first half. And Frazier will complete the three-point play, and it will give the Lady Braves the first lead of the day at 11-8 officially. And again, the Star Valley looking to press, and there was Engstrom, was able to get out of the press, but then she left two Lady Braves behind her, and they were able to poke it out of bounds. Luckily, it will stay with the Lady Wolverines, and now Judd is trapped, and now a jump ball, and it is in favor of the Lady Wolverines. Sorry, that was Fegler, not Judd. I apologize. Maddie Fossey in the backcourt, and she's trapped. She's getting double teamed. She's getting triple teamed, and finally there's a foul. And that is on Lean. That is her third, team's 9th. And so that will send Maddie Fossey to the line for 1-1. And when they called the foul on Lean, she looked over to her head coach, Cade Erickson, and was like, I didn't touch her. Fegler comes out. Paisley Jackson comes back in with 3:13 left, and it is 11-8 as Maddie Fossey comes to the line. She takes a quick shot, and it's off the back iron, no good. Fossey comes out, and Camden Sheets will come in with 3:12 left. And the Lady Braves have the ball as Englehart brings the ball across the timeline. She hands off to Maya Hutchinson. Hutchinson is all kinds of in trouble and finally gets away from the really hard defense by Martinez. Englehart goes for a layup, and it's no good. There is a foul, however. It is on number 23. That is on Savannah Martinez. That is her first, and it is the team's 7th. At the line, Englehart will shoot one. No good. And ball will go back in the hands of the Lady Wolverines. Quickly up court in the hands of Engstrom. Engstrom will hand it off to Martinez. Martinez has got Camden Sheets all by herself on the other end of the wing. She finally gets the ball to her. And now, after waiting all that time, she's trapped. And a timeout by Coach McIntosh.
Timeout, Riverton.
I think there is a discussion. They're going to, and so it is a timeout by the Lady Wolverines with 2:33 left in the second quarter. It's 11-8. We'll be right back.
Comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Lady Wolverines and Wolverines basketball. It is 11-8 with 2 minutes, 33 seconds left in the second half. I'm Travis Gupton, sports director of the Wind River Radio Network, and You cannot hear her, but over to my right is my lovely fiance, Christine Kazmar, who is running camera for us. So if the camera goes down, it's her fault. And we just bought a house today. So we're excited about that, and we're excited to be here. So enough pandering to the audience. We're back to action, and Paisley Jackson's in trouble. Paisley Jackson smartly, again, she did that a couple times last night, bounces the ball off of the Lady Brave defender and resets the whole thing. Finally, she gets it into Anderson. Anderson tries to get it in down low to Engstrom, but an offensive foul is called on the Lady Wolverines on number 25's Gracie Olheiser. Oh, no. That was not on Olheiser. I thought it was an offensive foul. It was not. So they called it on number 25, Frazier. That's her first, team's 10th. So that sends Engstrom to the line for the 1-and-1, and her first one is up, and it's good. Second one on the way, it's no good. However, there was a lane violation on the Lady Braves, and so Engstrom will get a second opportunity at the second shot. And this one pays off. So we're now at a 1-point game, 2:28 left in the first half. Engelhardt in the top of the key. Hands off to Hale. Hale back to Engelhardt, who gives it over to Hale again. There's two Hales on the floor right now, Whitney and Maddie. Engelhardt gets a clear open lane to the basket, and it's no good. Savannah Martinez, nice pass, outlet up, and she is fouled is Engstrom, who had a speeding breakaway, and she was fouled.
Star Valley foul, 25.
And that is on Frazier. That is her second, team's 11th.
Riverton, 13, Engstrom.
And that will send Engstrom to the line. First one on the way is no good.
Checking in for Star Valley.
We are sitting at 2 minutes exactly left in the second period, and it is 11-10 in favor of the Lady Braves of Star Valley. Engstrom will take two dribbles, and she's up, and that one misses too, but offensive rebound by Anderson. Anderson puts it back, and it's good.
Anderson.
Jordanelle Anderson with two, and now the Lady Wolverines have taken the 12-11 lead with 1:45. Hutchinson hands off to Olivia Engelhardt, who then gives it to her sister, Kinley Engelhardt.
Riverton foul.
And there is a foul on the floor by Jordanelle Anderson. And that is her 8th team foul of this first half. Engelhardt will take the first shot. It's up, and it is good. So we sit tied at 12 with 1:38. However, Engelhardt will have one more opportunity to give the Lady Braves the lead back. Second one on the way, bounces all the way around. It's no good, so we sit tied. As Savannah Martinez looks to bring the ball up court, she hands it off to Sheets, and Sheets is now a little bit in trouble. She finally gets it across the timeline, but now she's in trouble of being possibly trapped. She has no one to give the ball to, and finally Coach McIntosh gets a timeout. So it is a 30-second timeout. We're going to take it with them, so we'll be right back with the final minutes of the second period as a 12-12 game.
Local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
All All right, we are back on KTAK with minute 20 left in the first half, and we are tied at 12, and it'll be Lady Wolverines basketball. Inbounds pass to Sheets, almost taken away by Englehart. Sheets finally gets it across the timeline. We are at a minute 14 and counting as Martinez is at the very top of the key. She's trying to shake and bake, unable to do something with it. Finally gets the ball off. It's partially blocked on the shot by Sheets. She gets her own rebound, however, gets it over to Anderson, or not Anderson. It ends up in the hands of Fegler. A three-point shot on the way, no good. And the ball goes out of bounds. There was a lot going on there. A shot there was by Engstrom was no good. So with 49.4 left, we are tied at 12 with the Lady Braves with the ball. Kenley Englehart will bring the ball across the timeline as we reach 45 seconds. Nice screen there by her sister Olivia. And finally a three-point shot, and finally Whitney Hale is on the scoreboard with a three-point shot, and now it is 15-12 with 30 seconds. Ball in the hands of Ella Judd, back in the hands of Fegler. Fegler gives to Martinez. Martinez was not ready for the pass, ends up getting a turnover with 14 seconds, and Olivia Englehart's looking to press. Olivia Englehart goes all the way to the basket. It's up, it's no good. Ball is out of bounds. Saved, though, by Olivia Englehart. 3 seconds left. Three-pointer on the way by the Lady Braves is no good by Maddie Hale. And so at the half, we sit at 15-12 in favor of the Star Valley Lady Braves. So we will be right back in a few minutes with the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Lady Wolverine and Wolverine basketball. We are in the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show with the Lady Braves of Star Valley leading 15-12. Looking at some stats in the first half, it is Paisley Jackson with 5 points. All 5 points came in the first quarter. Ella Judd with 2, Haley Ingstrom with 3, and Jordanelle Anderson with 2. For the Lady Braves, Kinley Englehart has 6, Whitney Hale has 3, Camry Jenkins has 2, and McKenna Frazier has 4. In ways of fouls, the only one for the Lady Wolverines that is not really in any trouble. Paisley Jackson has 2, Camden Sheets has 2, and Gracie Olheiser has 2. Everyone else who has gotten a foul has gotten 1, and that being Jordanelle Anderson and Savannah Martinez. And then over on the Lady Braves side of things, it is really the same story. Amber Moline has 3 personal fouls. Gracie Kaiser has 2, Cameron Jenkins has 2, McKenna Frazier has 2, and Maya Hutchinson has 2. And so we sit at 15-12, and really it was Paisley Jackson's show in the first quarter, and then the Lady Braves did an excellent job making sure she did not have anything to do with the second quarter. And so I feel like it's going to see a lot more of Paisley Jackson, but also Coach Travis McIntosh is probably not happy that the leading scorer for the first quarter scored all the points for the Lady Wolverines. So I expect a lot more involvement in the second half as it relates to the offense for the Lady Wolverines. For the Lady Braves, it's really just do what you've been doing. Just keep moving the ball well and make the offensive turnover or the offensive rebounds and the second chance points count. So we're going to see where we are in the second half. Again, the Lady Wolverines, they did this last night. There was a close, ugly game last night, and the Lady Wolverines were able to pull it out after a huge fourth quarter by Paisley Jackson. So are we in store for another fourth quarter fireball to come out of this one? So we're going to take another lengthy break. We're at 4 minutes exactly before the second half begins. So we'll be right back with the second half right after this.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors. Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that it would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Lady Wolverine basketball. If you're joining us on the stream, you can see over on the right-hand side the pep band drummers getting into it, having a lot of fun. And I always enjoy having the pep band. They are a lot of fun. So, and if you're listening, there is plenty of room for you. Get over here. We'd love to have a nice crowd, a large crowd for conference play. The cheerleaders over to my left are getting a camera shot, and they fall, and everybody's having fun. And it's always a fun time whenever we're here in Wolverine Gymnasium on the campus of Riverton High School. We are right about to start the third quarter. Quick note, though, I went back and looked at my stats, and unofficially I made a mistake. I'm a rookie, so I can say that. Paisley Jackson has 6 points, and Haley Engstrom has 2 points, and so I knew that didn't look right. So we are now up and getting back in the third period. Turnover there by the Lady Braves, and it will be the Lady Wolverines ball with 7:40 left in the third quarter. And quickly, the passes were not crisp. Savannah Martinez was wide open down in the bottom of the post, and no one was able to find her. Shot up by Fagler's no good. Offensive rebound by the Lady Wolverines. The shot by Anderson's up and no good, and it will go finally into the hands of the Lady Braves with 7:15 left. Moline has the ball. Screen there. And a nice cut to the basket by Hutchinson, which was completely blocked off. Shot by the Lady Braves, no good. And Hutchinson gets 3 offensive rebounds and it ends up out of bounds. Turnover, Lady Braves, for the Lady Wolverines. Judd gives it over to Jordan L. Anderson, and Star Valley quickly gets into the press and knocks the ball out of bounds. However, it will stay with the Lady Wolverines with 6:50 left in the third quarter. Camden Sheets brings the ball across the timeline, and the Lady Braves are up on the top of the timeline, and they're making everything hard. Nice outlet pass, and Kinley Englehart gets the first 2 points of the second half, making it 17-12. And Paisley Jackson gets the ball stripped, and it goes out of bounds. it will stay with Riverton.
Checking in for Riverton, 12, Sheets.
Camden Sheets with the ball. Comes across the timeline, and she's fouled. And Moline is not happy about that one. That is Moline's fourth. Team's first of the second half. And she will automatically come out with 6:21 left in the third quarter, 17-12 in favor of the Lady Braves. Fegler with the ball, hands over to Sheets. Sheets cross-court pass back to Fegler, ends up over in the hands of Ella Judd. Judd back to Sheets, back to Judd. Hands over to Fegler. Lady Wolverines starting to move the ball across the top. Paisley Jackson ends up with the ball. She takes a three-point shot. It's no good. And rebound goes to the Lady Braves with just under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Englehart gives the ball up to Kaiser, and Kaiser is no good on the shot. Rebound goes in the hands of the Lady Wolverines. Fegler with the ball, hands off to Martinez. Martinez is going to shoot a wide-open three-pointer. That's no good. Paisley Jackson, though, however, gets the offensive rebound, and she's called for the offensive foul.
Riverton foul 1, Jackson.
That is Paisley Jackson's third, and that is the first team foul of the second half. And quickly, because of the points that Jackson is contributing to the team, she's going to have to sit for I don't know how long. Lady Braves bring it across the timeline, quickly get it down to the low post, kicks it back out to Kaiser. Kaiser is no good on the shot. Offensive rebound goes in the hands of Englehart. She misses, and finally it ends up almost in the hands of Martinez, but it is a last touched by Martinez, so it will stay with Star Valley with 5:15 left in the third quarter and 17-12. Englehart up on the top of the key looking to drive. Ends over, it's in the hands of Kaiser. Kaiser back to Englehart. Englehart looking to drive, gets blocked off. Cross-court pass to Hale. Hale is trying to drive baseline. She's blocked off, and it falls out of bounds after it was stripped away. It will stay Lady Braves ball. .459 left in the third quarter, and it is 17-12 in favor of Star Valley. Ball goes out of bounds again, and that goes in favor of the Lady Braves. Englehart with the ball with 4:44 left in the third quarter. Ends up in the hands of Hutchinson. Hutchinson hands over to Hale. Lady Braves moving the ball around. Again, another three-point shot by Kaiser is no good. She keeps shooting them. And honestly, if you're the Lady Wolverines, go ahead. She hasn't made one yet. Quickly, the ball goes across the timeline, and it is McKay Fegler who drives the baseline, takes a shot. It's up and no good, but she's fouled by Frazier. That is her third, team's second of the second half, and it will send Fegler to the line for two. First one on the way is no good. So Fegler has yet to score in this game, and that ball had a low arch to it, no arch at all, really. She takes three dribbles, takes the shot. This one's good. So McKay Fegler is on the point scoreboard now, and it is 17-13 with 4:15 left in the third quarter in favor of the Lady Braves. Englehart was looking to drive, passes it over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson gives it to Hale. Hale looks to drive. She was looking for Hutchinson in the low post, and it was blocked off, and it ends up out of bounds. Turnover in favor of the Lady Wolverines as Judd will come out and Haley Ingstrom will come in. Ball in the hands of Fegler, who gives it over to Engstrom. Engstrom trying to break the press, and quickly, because of the long pass, it's a turnover. Engstrom with the ball now, looking to drive. She's blocked off. Hands it over to Hale, Maddie Hale. Back to Engelhardt. Engelhardt looking, nice give and go there. Little hard on the pass, but ends up finally in the hands of Kaiser. Kaiser for a shot, and it's up and good. First 2 points for Gracie Kaiser in this one, 19-13 with 3:30 left in the third quarter. And Star Valley tried to press, but the Lady Wolverines able to get out of it. Ball ends up in the hands of Savannah Martinez. She's going to drive, she's going to scoop, and she's going to score. And that is the first points of the game for Savannah Martinez. And if you're Savannah Martinez, you're happy to see that one go in. Ball now in the hands of Whitney Hale, who hands it off to Maya Hutchinson. Hutchinson gives it to Engelhardt. Engelhardt looks to drive. She goes up. It's no good. Rebound by the Lady Wolverines, Engstrom, and a foul on the play. And that is Engelhardt's first, team's third of the second half. And it will be the Lady Wolverines basketball with 2:51 left in the third period. And 15-19 in favor of Star Valley. Engstrom has an open look to the basket. She could have taken the shot. She gives it up to Savannah Martinez, who loses the ball, and it will be a turnover. No, it will not. It will stay with the Lady Wolverines with 2:42 left in the third. So Olivia Engelhardt is now in the game. So both Engelhardts on the floor. Actually, I take that back. Her sister's not on there. I don't see who else who went out. But anyway, Savannah Martinez, nice strong move, backs down her defender. And now Savannah Martinez starting to find some traction. That's 4 points for her quickly. 19-17, 2 minutes, 15 seconds in the third. Shot up by the Lady Braves is no good. However, they get the offensive rebound. And now it is in the hands of Maddie Hale, and then over to the other Engelhardt, Olivia. Whitney Hale now has it. So both Hales are on the court. 3-point shot by the Lady Braves is up and good by Kaiser. And now Kaiser has 5 points quickly with 1:48 and counting in the third quarter, 21-17, and a turnover in favor of the Lady Braves. Ball in the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins takes a shot. It's up, and it's good. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that correctly. That was Maddie Hale with the shot. She is fouled on by McKay Fegler. That's her first. It's the team's second of the half, but because of the score, it will send the Maddie Hale to the line for the traditional three-point play. She takes the shot. It's strong, so it's no good. So we sit at 23-17, and Savannah Martinez carried the ball. She was trying to get the ball across the court to Fegler, but Fegler then got defended, so she had to just almost double dribble. And quickly the Lady Braves will give the ball right back to the Lady Wolverines. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. 23-17 in favor of Star Valley. Paisley Jackson's back on the court. Nice look inside by Paisley to Engstrom. Engstrom was just not able to get it into the hoop. So we sit with 1:15 left. Olivia Engelhardt with the ball now with 1:08. And there is a foul, and it is on Engstrom. That is her first, team's third of the second half.
Riverton foul, 13, Engstrom, her first. Third team foul. Returning for the Braves, 1, Engelhardt.
No shot, however, so they're going to take it on the inbounds. It ends up in the hands of Kaiser. Kaiser to Engelhardt. Engelhardt's got a wide open shot. She turns and takes it. A little too strong, however. Paisley Jackson with the rebound as we go under a minute. Quickly to Olheiser. Olheiser cross court to Martinez. Martinez is going to take a long two-point shot. It's no good. Offensive rebound, however. Shot is up by Engstrom, and she is fouled.
Star Valley foul 1, Engelhardt for second.
Shot is up and no good by Engstrom.
Returning for Riverton.
So we sit at 23-17 with 45.3 left in the third period. And Engstrom will have one more. Shot's on the way, and it's good. 23-18 with 40 seconds left, and Engelhardt quickly tries to drive the lane. It doesn't go. Back in the hands of Engelhardt. She gives it to her sister down in the low post, gives it to Kaiser. Kaiser's going to try to drive. She takes it back. Now it's going back and forth with 29 seconds left in the third period. Finally ends up back in the hands of Engelhardt, who gives it over to Jenkins. Jenkins to Olivia Engelhardt, who gives it off to Kaiser, and they're going to call a foul on number 13, Engstrom. That is her second, team's fourth, and quickly it's going to take Engstrom out, and Jordanelle Anderson will come back in with 14.7 left in a 23-18 game. Kaiser had the ball for a split second, gives it off to Maddie Hale. Three-point shot by Camry Jenkins is good, and so we sit at 25-18, and that will do it for the third quarter. So we are going to go to the fourth, 25-18 in favor of Star Valley. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nowadays, cocktails to go are common in many establishments. The U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration wants to remind drivers that, although alcohol is more mobile, it's always dangerous and illegal to drink and drive. In 2021, 8 Fremont County highway fatalities were related to drinking and driving, and there were 56 alcohol-related crashes. With the big game coming up on February 13th, the Fremont County DUI Task Force will be looking for drunk drivers. If you're caught drinking and driving, you will face jail time. Imagine trying to explain that to your family and friends or your place of employment.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Wolverines and Lady Wolverines basketball. As we enter the fourth quarter, it is 25-18 in favor of the Lady Brave. And at the end of this game, we went back and we looked at some of the stats, and some of the three-pointers that they called as two-pointers. So we will make those adjustments at the end of the game to make sure that we have the stats correct for you guys. Anyway, we're back at it, and the Lady Wolverines and the Lady Braves are on the floor, and we have a tie ball. And so it will stay, it will go to the Lady Braves with 7:38 left in this one, 25-18. Kinley Engelhardt with the ball, brings it across the timeline. She's got McKay Fegler looking her eye to eye. Paisley Jackson now has is back in the game. And as the Lady Braves move the ball around, it ends up back in the hands of Englehart for a split second. Now back in the hands of Englehart as she gave it up to number 10, Cole. Long shot, weird shot, no good. And rebound by the Lady Wolverines with 7 minutes left in this one. Olheiser tried a bounce pass into the low post, and it was deflected, and it ended up in the hands of a Lady Brave, but then the Lady Brave walked. So it'll now be Lady Wolverines basketball with 6:56. Olheiser was going to sprint towards the basket, but then ends up having to run back to get the inbounds pass. Now in the hands of Paisley Jackson. Back to Olheiser. Olheiser's going to take the shot, misses everything. And again, we have a tie ball, and it is in the... Oh, I'm sorry, it was a foul. They called a foul on McKay Fegler. That is her second, and that is the team's fifth. And Fegler will come out as Camden Sheets will come back in with 6:44 left. Coach McIntosh is asking the Lady Wolverines get up on the defense. Don't let them get so low. Ball moving around for the Lady Braves really well. Ends up back in the hands of Englehart. Ball still moving around the outside, not really anything going. They're looking for that low post, it looks like, but not able to do it as the Lady Wolverines are in a 2-3. Three-point shot is no good, and rebound goes in the hands of the Lady Wolverines. And now Olheiser will bring the ball across court, and it looks like Savannah Martinez is looking ready to come back in. And as soon as we say that, the Lady Wolverines turn the ball over, and now it is back onto the Lady Braves side of things. And again, they're just moving the ball around. They're trying to look for the low post. Weak side pass over to Hale was stolen by the Lady Wolverines. And so with 5:44 left, it is still 25-18. No one has scored any points as of yet in the fourth quarter. Olheiser gets it in the hands of Judd, who gives it to Sheets. Sheets gives it back to Ella Judd. Judd looking to drive. She shoots it, and it misses everything. Rebound goes in the hands of Star Valley. Englehart will bring it across the timeline. It's 5:15 left. Shot up and no good by Frazier. Offensive rebound goes in the hands of Hutchinson, and she travels.
Substitutions for Star Valley: 2 Milne, for Riverton 13, Engstrom 23, Martinez. Timeout.
There is a timeout on the floor by Star Valley, so we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
We are back on KTAK, 5:11 in the fourth quarter, and it sees the Star Valley Lady Brave with a 25-18 lead as we get back into play Riverton basketball, and Star Valley is already looking for the press. All season, the Lady Wolverines have had issues with the press, and we've seen almost every team that they've played use it, and they've used it effectively. Paisley Jackson is now trapped in the corner. She's trying to get out of it, and she got bailed out on a foul and I don't know who that was on. It could either be on Englehart, and it is. So that is her second, team's fourth of the second half. And so we will reset in the out of bounds with 5 minutes exactly left in the fourth. Savannah Martinez with the ball, ends up in Paisley Jackson's hand across the timeline. Jackson looks to bounce pass into Anderson, but she traveled before she could pass. Four minutes, 45 seconds left in a 25-18 ball game. Shot is up, and it is good by Whitney Hale. That is her first points of the second half, and it makes it 27-18. Paisley Jackson is in trouble now on that baseline, and she tries to get it off the leg of one of the Lady Brave, and I think they called a kick ball. I don't know. I saw a kick. Okay, so they're going to call a foul on Paisley Jackson. That's her fourth, team sixth. And quickly, Paisley Jackson's going to have to come out, and McKay Fegler is going to come back in. Lady Braves ball, 4:20 left. Moline with the ball, hands off to Frazier. Back off to Whitney Hale, who gives it to Moline again over in the corner. Back to Hale. Hale gives it up after she's trapped. Moline's going to take a floater. That's no good. Offensive rebound goes back into the hands of Kinley Englehart for the Lady Brave. And there was a blown coverage, but they got away with it as Maya Hutchinson was wide open under the basket. She does not score, and a foul is called after that on number 15, Jordanelle Anderson, and that's her second, team's seventh. And so we will go to the line here for the 1-and-1 the rest of the way for the Lady Brave. Frazier will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First one on the way, no good. And rebound will go to the Lady Wolverines with 3:43 left. Ella Judd with the ball, hands off to Fegler. Fegler looks to drive, hands it off, however, to Martinez. Martinez not able to do anything with it as she's all kinds of double teamed by the Lady Brave, and it leads to a turnover. 3:20 left in this one, 27-18, Star Valley. Nice look down low post, nice kick out, however, back to Olivia Englehart. Englehart now down on the floor, and we got a jump ball, I think, and we do. Possession arrow will go in the favor of Riverton. 9-point game, 27-18, and we have a timeout on the floor with a 3:10 left, 27-18, and it's a full, so we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this one.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Lady Wolverine basketball. 3:10 left, 27-18. in favor of Star Valley. Lady Wolverines have the ball. They finally are able to break the press, and it ends up in the hands of Savannah Martinez. Martinez looks to push. She scoops and tries to score, unable to get anything, goes out of bounds, and they say last touched by McKay Fegler. And so it will be Star Valley basketball with just under 3 minutes left. Moline with the ball, has the athletic tape on the right shoulder as she comes across the timeline. She's going to try to scoop, and she scores. That is the first 2 points for Moline in this one, and now it is a 29-18 game with 2:30 left. Martinez tries to drive and score. She ends up out of bounds. She's all the way behind the benches right now, but it's a turnover nonetheless for the Lady Braves. Olivia Englehart with the ball, hands off to Hale. Hale back to the other Englehart, Kinley. Moline with the ball, looks to drive, ends up in the hands of Olivia Englehart. She scoops, she drives that float hook, no good. Rebound, no good on the shot by Frazier. And then a turnover, ends back in the hands of Englehart, and she scores. 31-18 with 1:50. Sheets with the ball, hands off to Martinez. Martinez is going to shoot a three. It's no good. Long rebound goes in the hands of Sheets. She shoots threes, and she gets it. Camden Sheets for 3 points. And we are at a 10-point game now with 1:31 left in this one. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. We'll be right back.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Sorry about that. Welcome back to KTA Case coverage of Lady Wolverines and Wolverines basketball. We are at 1:31 left in this one. 31-21, 10-point game, and the Lady Braves have the ball. And the Lady Wolverines tried to press, but easily it was broken by the Lady Braves. And I feel like the Lady Braves are not in any hurry to do anything offensively as we reach about 1:10 left. And there is a foul on Savannah Martinez. It looked like an intentional foul as they will go to the line. That is Martinez's second, 8th of the half for the Lady Wolverines, and it will send Maya Hutchinson to the line for the 1-and-1. First one on the way is good, and that is Hutchinson's first points of the contest. It is 32-21 with 1:09. Hutchinson spins the ball in her hands, sets, ball on the way, and it's good. And now it's a 12-point game, 33-21. And a turnover by the Lady Brave, and Englehart ends up out on the baseline. She steps out of bounds, so it'll go right back to the Lady Wolverines. Olivia Englehart will come out, and McKenna Frazier will come back in. Olheiser has the ball as we reach under a minute. Now in the hands of Savannah Martinez, and Savannah Martinez stepped out of bounds. 52.8 left in this one, 21-33 in favor of the Lady Brave. And I just committed the cardinal sin for sports journalism, going with the lower score first. So if any of my teachers are listening, I caught myself. Lady Brave bring the ball across the timeline in the hands of Englehart. Englehart passes it around, and now the Lady Braves are really just trying to, they're going to keep this ball out of the hands of the Lady Wolverines with 35 seconds left in a 33-21 game in the final fourth quarter. Savannah Martinez looked to foul, nothing happening, and now they're just, and finally Moline's going to take a three-point shot. That's no good. Englehart will grab the ball, and a foul on Savannah Martinez. She just pushed Englehart with 17.6 seconds left, and it is going to send Kinley Englehart to the line for the 1-and-1 to put this game away for the Lady Brave. First one on the way, no good. Anderson smacks the ball down and off the foot of a Lady Brave, so it will stay. Well, I guess it didn't touch a Lady Brave. She just smacked it on the ground and it went back out. Lady Brave ball with 16 seconds exactly. 12 seconds. And you can hear Travis McIntosh say no foul. This one, he's going to let the time run out with 3 seconds, and that is going to do it. Final score, 33-21 in favor of the Star Valley Lady Brave. So we're going to take a commercial break real quick, and when we come back, we're going to go into the Click It or Ticket post-game show and talk stats, and then we will set up for Riverton Wolverines, Star Valley Braves. We'll be back right after this.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288. Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show on KTAK. I'm Travis Gupton, Sports Director for the Red River Radio Network. Final score for the Lady Wolverines, Lady Braves game, 33-21 in favor of Star Valley. Looking at some of the stats here, Paisley Jackson had 6 points in the first half, and she did not score again the entire game. But she still led the team in scoring for the Lady Wolverines with 6. McKay Fegler had 1. Ella Judd had 2. Camden Sheets had a big 3-pointer in the fourth quarter to keep it as a 10-point game. So she had that was her only points of the game, was that 3. Haley Engstrom had 3. Jordan L. Anderson had 2, and Savannah Martinez had 4. Both of those baskets came in the third quarter. On the Star Valley side, it was very balanced, really. Kinley Engelhardt had 10, Amber Moline had 2, Whitney Hale had 5, Gracie Kaiser had 4, Cameron Jenkins had 4, McKenna Frazier had 4, Maddie Hale had 2, and Maya Hutchinson had 2. And so it was a close game up until around the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, where the Lady Braves really started to pull away. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to name the Papa Murphy's Player of the Game. And I don't think this has ever happened, but we're going to give this again to Paisley Jackson, who had 6 points in the first half and played really hard defense in the second half, but was just unable to get into the scorebook in the second half. But for the second day in a row, we are going to give the Papa Murphy's Player of the Game to Paisley Jackson. So that will do it for the Click It or Ticket postgame show for the girls. So we're going to transition right into the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show for the boys. Last night, the Wolverines defeated the Jackson Bronx, and really it was an ugly, ugly game. If you saw last night, Coach Bo Sheets and myself talked, and he said that when the offense is not running, defense is what you fall back on. He said that his team could not find the basket, he couldn't find any points, but it was a defensive team win for the Wolverines last night. And so they will look to do that again against a Star Valley team who is really, really looking for offense as well. So we are going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're really going to set the stage for the Wolverines and the Braves. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm a minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton.
Welcome back to the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show. We are right at 2 minutes before tip-off between the Braves and the Wolverines. And looking at this Star Valley team, really the offense starts with number 22, Crooks Jenkins. Jenkins is averaging 11.5 points per game. And as you look at this roster and look at the stats here, they're really balanced. They have players that average 6.5, 7.6, 8.2, 5.6, and 11.4. And so the offense can come from anywhere, any night for Star Valley. So that's going to be something that the Wolverines is really going to have to keep an eye on, because they play really hard defense, but where is the other offense besides Parker Paxton going to come from in tonight's game? Parker Paxton led the team last night in scoring, and so really it's going to be really important for them to find other offense outside of Parker Paxton, because Parker Paxton cannot defeat 5 guys who are scoring. It just doesn't work like that. So we are about ready to go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to have the Sutherlands starting lineup right after this.
Comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Wolverines basketball as they take on the Star Valley Braves. We are now going to jump into the Sutherlands starting lineups. For the Star Valley Braves, number 0, Jacob Hodges. Number 3, Cortland Hilton. Number 4, Dylan Johnson. Number 10, Tate Fromm. And number 22, Coix Jenkins. And for your Riverton Wolverines, number 0, Jason Vincent. Number 12, Parker Paxton. Number 23, Tanner Johnson. Number 20, Derek Lang. And number 45, Lucas Engel. So we are ready to get it on here between the Braves and the Wolverines. The Wolverines coming off a big-time win last night against Jackson. They look to repeat.
Assistant coaches for the Wolverines, Pat Patterson,
and
Dick Quayle, Kurt Paxton, head coach, Bo Sheets.
Bo Sheets, obviously the head coach of the Riverton Wolverines, and he said last night that defense wins games, and he needs his defense to step up when the points are not going. So we will see how this goes. We tip it off, and we are underway with the Braves winning the tip-off in the hands of Dylan Johnson. Johnson hands off to Hilton, who gives it over to Jenkins. Braves moving the ball around. Jenkins will rise up, and he'll shoot, and he'll be off on the three-point shot. Rebound goes to Derek Lang. Parker Paxton had the ball for a split second, hands off to Vincent, who gives it to Lang. Back into the hands of Paxton, who gives it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Paxton. Very slow start to this one. Tyner Johnson gives it back, and now the Wolverines are swinging the ball around the outside. Now in the hands of Lucas Engel. Engel gives it to Paxton, who gives it to Johnson. Still nothing happening on the inside. Everyone's starting to move the ball around. Ball back in the hands of Vincent, who ends back in the hands of Paxton. Now finally back into the hands of Engel, who gives it back to Paxton, who takes a three, and it's no good. Rebound goes in the hands of Hilton with 6:50 left in a scoreless ball game. Hilton looks to drive, ends up in the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins gives it to Fromm. Fromm gives it away, ends up in the hands of Jenkins again, and then back in the hands of Fromm. Fromm gives it to Johnson. Johnson looks to drive, doesn't happen against Vincent. Vincent gives it away, or sorry, not Vincent, the Braves give it away, and now they're starting to move it around again. Hodges with the ball. Lucas Engel went for a steal on the pass to Jenkins. It ended up in the hands of Jenkins, and so it stays with the Braves. 6 minutes exactly left in the first, and finally a shot, three-point shot by Tate Fromm, and Fromm nothing but the bottom of the net, 3-0 in favor of the Braves. And that was far away from the basket. Wolverines move the ball around, and a response by Jason Vincent. And if Jason Vincent's going to start making three-point shots, we're going to have a fun night tonight. The Braves have it in the hands of Jenkins with 5:30 left in a tied 3-3 game. Hilton has the ball, gives over to Fromm. Fromm to Jenkins again. Ends up in the hands of Hilton. Cross-court pass to Johnson. Johnson's going to take a three-point shot. It bounces, it hits the top of the backboard. So it is a turnover in favor of the Wolverines with 5:13 left in this one. Parker Paxton will bring the ball across the timeline. Hand off to Vincent. Vincent to Johnson. Johnson to Paxton. Back in the hands of Johnson. Back in the hands of Paxton. As you guessed it, back in the hands of Johnson. Back in the hands of Paxton. Paxton's going to take a three-pointer. It's no good. Skying up is Jason Vincent on their offensive rebound. Back in the hands of Tanner Johnson. Gives over to Lang. Looks to Engel. Engel then takes the ball up, shoots, and is fouled with 4:42 left in the first quarter. And it is the first foul on Star Valley's Dylan Johnson, and it is the first of the half. It will send Lucas Engel to the line, and he will quickly take the first shot. It's up, and it's good.
Substitution for Riverton.
Jason Vincent is being replaced by Cade Gabrielson, the player of the game last night, and Derek Lang is being replaced by Derek DeVries. Engel's second shot is on the way. It misses. No good. So it is a one-point game in favor of the Wolverines, 4-3 early in this one. Johnson with the ball. Hands over to Hodges. Hodges to Jenkins. Jenkins going to rise up and shoot a three. That's no good. Engel with the rebound, and Parker Paxton looking to push. Looking really to push. He's going to go all the way to the coast and score. Parker Paxton had a really rough night scoring last night, so to see him get in the scorebook early is a good sign if you're a Wolverine fan. Jenkins with the ball for the Braves with 4 minutes in a 6-3 ball game. Three-point shot on the way by Hilton off the side of the backboard, or side of the rim. No good. And they call a foul on Star Valley's Hodges. That is the first for him, team's second. And it will go to the Wolverines with 3:57 left in the first quarter, I'm sorry. And Lang will come in for Lucas Engel, and Vincent will come in for Parker Paxton. So on the floor right now for the Wolverines is Tanner Johnson, Cade Gabrielson, Jason Vincent, Derek DeVries, and Derek Lang. Johnson with the ball right now. Hands off to Vincent. Vincent gives it up to Derek DeVries. DeVries gives to Gabrielson. Gabrielson from way outside thought he was going to go for a three. He gave it up, though, to Tanner Johnson. Gives it up to Vincent. Vincent gives it back to DeVries. DeVries is almost thought three there, too. Gives it up to Gabrielson. 3:26 left in the first quarter in a 6-3 ball game. And the passes got really quick there. Ends up in the hands of Tanner Johnson, who shoots a three, and it's good. And again, if the three ball starts falling for the Wolverines, this could get good. So now it is 9-3 in favor of the Wolverines in the hand, and with the Braves with the ball. Hilton with the ball. He slips, he falls, almost a turnover, ends up in the hands of a Brave player, sorry. And now in the hand of Fromm. And again, it's stolen, and finally Cade Gabrielson with the ball. Tanner Johnson has the ball in the corner, gives up to Vincent. Vincent was looking quickly to go to Gabrielson, but a nice defensive play by Fromm to knock the ball out of bounds. 2:30 left in the first quarter, 9-3 in favor of the Wolverines. Tanner Johnson has the ball. He's almost trapped. Gets it over to Gabrielson, however. Gives it up to Vincent, who's down in the low post. Back out to Gabrielson. Gabrielson gives it to Johnson. Johnson's going to shoot another three. In and out on that one. Hilton with the ball for the Braves as we reach 2 minutes in the first. Braves start running a weave around the outside. Fromm with the ball, ends up in the hands of Jenkins. Braves finally get a shot off. Three-pointer on the way by Fromm is no good. Rebound to Tanner Johnson. Gives it to Cade Gabrielson, who gives it to Derek DeVries. DeVries cross-court pass to Vincent. I think it was intended for Johnson. Just good thing that Vincent was there. A turnover. It was a out-of-bounds play, so it was a Star Valley foul on Fromm. That was his first, team's third, with 1:35 left in the first quarter. Tanner Johnson has the ball, hands it all cross-court pass to DeVries. DeVries was trying to go with a nice touch pass, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover in favor of the Braves with 1:25 in a 9-3 ball game. Fromm has Gabrielson looking him eye to eye as he crosses the timeline. Ends up in the hands of Taft McClure, who's come into the game for the Braves, number 34, and he turns the ball over on a hard pass. Cade Gabrielson brings the ball across the timeline. He's looking to go all the way. He's stripped, and ball goes out of bounds with exactly a minute in the first quarter and a timeout by Star Valley. So we're going to take it with them. 9-3, a minute left in the first. We'll be right back on KTAK.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to KTAK. This is Travis Gupton, Sports Director for the Red River Radio Network. We are right under a minute in a 9-3 ball game in the first quarter, and it is Braves basketball. Ball in the hands of Hilton, hands off to Jenkins. Jenkins then gives it back to Hilton, and Lucas Engel says none of that and swipes the ball out of bounds. Stays with the Braves. And quickly they get it to the top of the key into the hands of Hilton. Hilton for three, and it's good. 33 seconds left in the first quarter, and they're calling that shot a 2, and now they switch it again to a 3. So now they're just making me confused. That's fine. So 20 seconds left in a 9-6 ball game. Parker Paxton with the ball. Goes to Engel. 8 seconds left. Engel's going to go cross court to Tanner Johnson. 5 seconds left. Back to Paxton. Paxton's going to have to make something happen. He's going to rise up. It's blocked, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. It is 9-6 in favor of your Wolverines after 1. We'll be right back after this on KTAK.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of the Wolverines basketball. We are about ready to get started in the second quarter, and looking up at the scoreboard, one thing that we need to mention is the Wolverines played that first quarter with no fouls. They did not foul at all. That is a big improvement from yesterday. Parker Paxton had the ball, and he was fouled by Dylan Jackson. That is his second, team's fourth. And I need to make a change in my scorebook because I had Dylan Johnson, so I apologize. It's Dylan Jackson. Now Tanner Johnson has the ball, and he gives it over to Parker Paxton. Paxton gives it to Lang. Lang is trapped. He gives it across court to Johnson. Johnson's going to float up. No good. Offensive rebound, 2-3. Finally gets it up, and a hard 2 points by Tanner Johnson. (11-6) in favor of the Wolverines with 7:19 left in the first half. Ball in the hands of Neild. Neild gives it over to Fromm. Fromm to McClure. McClure moves it around, and now the Braves are looking to move the ball around. Nice down look pass to Jenkins. Jenkins up and good. That is Jenkins' first points of the game, and remember, he averages 11.5 a game. He's their leading scorer. Ball in the hands of Parker Paxton, looks down to Vincent. Vincent to Johnson. Johnson's going to shoot a three again. That one's off and no good. Rebound goes in the hands of Neild. Neild will go to Jenkins. Jenkins is going to try to look and drive. He doesn't. gets blocked off, and so he kicks it back out, and it ends up in the hands of Fromm. Fromm back in the hands of Jenkins. Excuse me. Fromm with the ball. And Jenkins had it for a split second, steps out of bounds. And so it is a turnover in favor of your Wolverines in an 11-8 ball game with 6:13 left. Coach Bo Sheets must be getting a little warm because he just took his hoodie off. And like I said, it's 50 degrees outside. Tanner Johnson for three, no good. Lucas Engel, though, on the offensive rebound, no good. And the Braves will bring the ball across the timeline. End up in the hands of Hilton. Hilton goes across to Fromm. Fromm to Jenkins. Jenkins is going to rise up for a three-pointer. Is strong, no good. However, offensive rebound by Hodges. And a foul is going to go on
Riverton foul 20.
Derek Lang. That's his first. And that is the team's first foul of the first half with 5:44 in the second quarter. Tanner Johnson and Hunter Lang will come out, and Ty Sheets will come in, and so will Cade Gabrielson. Neild will scoop and score, and it will be 11-10 now in favor of the Wolverines. Tanner Johnson with the ball. He is all kinds of guarded. Cade Gabrielson finally ends up with the ball across court to Vincent. Vincent looks for Ty Sheets. Sheets goes up. Engel tries to tip it in. No good. Rebound goes to Ty Sheets, and Cade Gabrielson ends up with it. Nice hands there by Hilton. Hilton goes all the way. He is blocked by Cade Gabrielson. Lang will take a three. No good. Or sorry, that was Vincent. And so we now got a little bit of a frantic pace here with 4:53 left in the first half, an 11-10 ball game. Jenkins will look to drive. He can't get it, and almost over and back, and now they almost trapped. Neild has the ball, and finally it ends up in the hands of Fromm, and Fromm's like, we're going to slow this down. Fromm looks to drive, kicks out to Neild. Neild for three, no good. Offensive rebound and a push. They call a push on Star Valley's number 23. That is on Neild. That is his first, team's fifth, and it will end up as Wolverines basketball with 4:29 left. And Parker Paxton and Jason Vincent will take a seat. So will Lucas Engel. So on the court right now is Derek DeVries, Cade Gabrielson, Ty Sheets, Tanner Johnson, and and Derek Lang. Turnover again there by the Wolverines, ends up in the hands of Neild. Neild for three, and this time he makes it. And so the Braves have taken a 13-11 lead with 4 minutes in the first half. Ball in the hands of Derek DeVries. DeVries ends up to Johnson. Johnson to Gabrielson. Gabrielson moves it back across to DeVries. DeVries gets it down low, and a block by Jenkins on Lang. Hilton has the ball for the Braves as we reach 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Fromm with the ball now, and again the Braves are going to weave. And this time there is a blocking foul on Ty Sheets. Ty Sheets looked like he had the spot there, but they call the blocking foul on him. That is his first, team second, and it will send Hilton to the line. And his first one is up, and his first one is good.
Substitution for Star Valley, 34.
And Sheets will have a sit down, and Lucas Engel will come in as Hilton will have one more from the line. It's up, and it's good. 15-11 with 3:30 left in the first half. Cade Gabrielson brings the ball across the timeline into the hands of DeVries. Tanner Johnson is going to go all the way, looks to drive, passes it out to Lang. Lang gives it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson cross court to Johnson. Johnson's going to go for a long three-pointer, and he's got it.
Tanner Johnson, 3 points.
Tanner Johnson is starting to feel it from that three-point line, and really he wasn't shooting from the three-point line. He was shooting from Lander. So we're going to take a commercial break as we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverines basketball. I don't know why that was a tongue twister, but it was. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter, 15-14. And as soon as I say that, Derek DeVries gets a steal. DeVries is going to look to push. He's going to try to score. He tries to give it up to Lang, but a turnover back in the hands of Fromm. Fromm to Neal. Neal tries a shot, no good. Offensive rebound there by Hodges, and he scores. 17-14 with 2:40 left as the Wolverines are down. Nice look there by Gabrielson to Johnson, and he's fouled. Johnson almost did not see that pass coming, but gets a hand on it and is able to control it and get a shot up. Foul is on Hodges. That is his second, team 6th. It'll send Tanner Johnson to the line, and before I can even get a breath in, he gets the first one. Tanner Johnson does not wait any time when it comes to taking a shot.
0. Vincent, 24, out.
Tanner Johnson will have one more. Ball is up, and it is good. So it is a 17-16 game with 2:30 left in the first half. And some JV players are getting some playing time. Ty Sheets we've already seen, and now Hawk is out for the Wolverines, number 24, and he's guarding one of the tallest guys on the floor in Taft McClure. Ball moving around again for the Braves. They do that weave really well, looking to drive again. Keeps on weaving. Switches are coming. Jenkins keeps setting screen after screen after screen. Nice move there by Dylan Jackson. And Jackson is called on for the offensive foul.
Star Valley foul for Johnson. His third, 7th team foul.
Okay, so it is Johnson. They switched it after the first quarter, so that's always trust your instinct, kids, whenever you're writing scores. Always trust your instinct. So it is Dylan Johnson, number 4 for Star Valley. We're going to get that right. Tanner Johnson right now with the ball. Tanner Johnson's going to sky up, and he's going to take a long, high-arcing shot, and it's no good. And rebound goes to Jenkins, and he is fouled. And the foul is going to go on Jason Vincent. That's his first, team's third.
His first, third team foul.
So it'll go to the Braves with 1:30 left. Fromm with the ball. looks to drive, hands it off to McClure, who then hands it to Hilton, who then hands it to Fromm. And now we go back to the weave again. 3-point shot on the way by Hilton, and it's good. 20-16 with a minute left in the first half in favor of the Braves. Tanner Johnson with the ball. Johnson cross-court pass to Paxton. Ends up in Hawk's hand. Hawk gives it back to Paxton. Paxton now back to Johnson. Into Engel. Engel looked to go down to Hawk, but he was blocked. And now the Braves look to push with 40 seconds left. Hilton starts to move around. Kneeled with the 3-point shot, though, however. That's no good. Tanner Johnson with the rebound with 30 seconds exactly left in the second quarter. And Johnson gets the ball taken away from him. And it's 3-on-1. Hilton quickly gives it to Fromm. Fromm for a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound goes to Lucas Engel with 16 seconds. Parker Paxton gives it to Johnson. Johnson's going to take another three-pointer. He's short on that one. Rebound goes to Hawk. Hawk gives it to Vincent with 5 seconds. Cross court to Johnson. Johnson's going to look to drive at the buzzer. Up. No good. Rebound, however, tipped in by Lucas Engel at the buzzer. Lucas Engel skied in, tipped it in. Nothing but net. 20-18 at the half in favor of the Braves. We will be right back with the Tyler Watson State Farm halftime show. We'll be right back.
It may be winter, but some days it kind of feels like spring. Makes you want to go for a drive, kick a few tires, and see all the latest cars and trucks up at Frontline Motors. Frontline Motors has a wide selection of quality used vehicles, from cars to SUVs to trucks, and they're all priced to move. One of them is right for you. Is your next car or truck waiting at Frontline Motors? There's only one way to find out. Drive up Airport Road, take a test drive, and make it yours. Then join the hundreds of other folks who say, I got mine at Frontline. Frontline Motors. Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WyoToday app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WyoToday app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit WyoToday.com to download the WyoToday app now.
When you purchase your car, do you know if you got the best payment possible? The answer is probably no. Oftentimes, your loan is packed with additional charges that can drive your monthly payment higher than it should be, costing you thousands of dollars more for your car. Hi, this is Patty, and here is your second chance to get the payment you deserve. Visit Atlantic City Federal Credit Union today for a courtesy loan review. We've helped our members save money by refinancing their vehicle with us. Now it's your turn. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Hello, I'm Janice K. Bradley, and I'm here to tell you the miracle that Fremont Therapy did in making it possible for my left hand to ever work again. I went to the orthopedic surgeon with this broken hand, and that's when he told me that it would not bend again. So I was really discouraged. Mitch is the hand specialist, and so he's the one that worked and got me where I could bend my hand. The atmosphere is so friendly and professional, which is a combination you don't always get.
For more information, visit FremontTherapyGroup.com.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines. We are at halftime in a 20-18 game between the Wolverines and the Braves. And we're going to look at some halftime stats as it relates to the visiting Star Valley Braves. Their leading scorer is Cortland Hilton with 8. Jacob Hodges has 2. Tate Fromm has 3. Jenkins has 2. And Neild has 5. So really, Jenkins, who again averages 12 points a game, is really not being a big factor in this one. So that is a good thing if you are Coach Bo Sheets, keeping their leading scorer pretty much out of it for the first half at least. Over on the Wolverines side of things, Jason Vincent has 3. Parker Paxton has 2. Tanner Johnson is having himself a night. He's got 10. And Lucas Engel really loudly has 3, as he had 1 point in the first half, and then right at the buzzer, skies in and tips in to make it 20-18 as we enter into halftime. So again, we're back to where we really were yesterday, where it's a low-scoring affair, and really the offense is not going the way that Riverton really wants it to, except for Tanner Johnson. Tanner Johnson is having himself a night. He's shooting well from 3. He's got confidence, and the looks are going the way he wants it. And so, again, though, you've got 5 guys. All of the starters have scored for Star Valley, and only 4 of the starters for Riverton have got into the scorebook. So really, you're going to have to find some more offense. Tanner Johnson has 10, but will he come out as hot as he did in the first half? Usually at halftime, you know, it could go one of 2 ways. So we're going to see how that goes, because I feel like it's going to be another nail biter like we saw last night. And so we are at 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in halftime. So we're going to take another lengthy break, and when we come back, we will we will start the third quarter. So we'll be right back after this.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Nowadays, cocktails to go are common in many establishments. The U.S. Department of Transportation's National Highway Traffic Safety Administration wants to remind drivers that although alcohol is more mobile, it's always dangerous and illegal to drink and drive. In 2021, 8 Fremont County highway fatalities were related to drinking and driving, and there were 56 alcohol-related crashes. With the big game coming up on February 13th, the Fremont County DUI Task Force will be looking for drunk drivers. If you're caught drinking and driving, you will face jail time. Imagine trying to explain that to your family and friends or your place of employment.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WyoToday.
And we are back as we get started in the third quarter for the Wolverines and the Braves. 20-18 in favor of the Braves as we enter the third quarter. And so we have seen one second, y'all. As we enter the third quarter, sorry, we had to catch our breath. We had a lot going on in that halftime. Quickly, the Braves take a shot, and an offensive rebound by Hodges is up and no good on the shot. There is a foul, however, on Lang. That is his second, and it is the team's first of the second half. So that will send Hodges to the line, and his first one is up and no good. So we have seen some of the JV players come in for this game, and so we've already seen Hawk come in, Hunter Hawk, and we have seen Monroe come in as well. And so we're going to see how many other JV players come in. However, back to action, 7:34 left, 20-18, as Hodges misses both free throws. Lucas Engel was almost had a shot down low. It is deflected, goes out of bounds. Johnson will give it to Parker Paxton. Parker Paxton for three, and it's good.
Parker Paxton, 3 points.
That is Parker Paxton's first point since the first quarter. And now the Wolverines take a 1-point lead, 21-20. McClure is on the floor. He gives it to Fromm. Fromm looking to get around Paxton. He does with help from a screen. Hodges for three, up and no good. Rebound, Lucas Engel. Engel gives it to Paxton, and Paxton brings it across the timeline. He's got two players on him, and he goes around, gives it to Tanner Johnson. Johnson gives it to Vincent, Vincent to Engel. Engel tries to look behind him to get it to Lang. It is tapped out of bounds by the Braves, and it will stay with the Wolverines with 6:51 left in the third quarter. Outlet pass goes to Vincent. Vincent to Paxton. Paxton splits two defenders, rises up, shoots it good. Parker Paxton quickly has 5 points, give him 7 on the night, and it is a 3-point game. Fromm looking to drive. He almost takes a shot. Paxton closes on him quickly. However, it is a 3-point shot by Hilton that's no good. Offensive rebound goes to the Braves. Hodges down in the low post. He's got everybody on him. And then finally gives it out to Hodges, who says, hang on, everybody chill out. Let's reset. Tanner Johnson was all over McClure. Hilton drives to the basket. Shot is up and no good. Nice defense there by Vincent. Rebound goes to Engel. Paxton quickly gives it to Lang. Lang gives it to Engel. Engel was going to try to slam it home, and he thought he was fouled, and he wasn't, according to the official. So Hodges now has the ball. He tries to dive in. He does nothing with it. Almost a turnover there by the Wolverines. Tanner Johnson's able to corral it, gets it in the hands of Paxton with 5:30 left in a 3-point game, 23-20. Vincent looks for Engel, could not get it around Johnson. It goes out of bounds, but it will stay with the Wolverines with 5:25 left in a 23-20 game. Johnson with the ball. He's almost in trouble. He almost got trapped. Gets it out to Paxton, however. Paxton now has 2 people on him. Johnson now has 2 people on him, and he double dribbled. And Coach Bo Sheets is saying that he had that ball tipped, and so he could do that, but however, it stays a turnover. And it is now 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And we got a foul on the other end. And they called the foul on Derek Lang. That's his third. And quickly, Derek DeVries is going to come in. Well, no, he's not. They brought the ball in before he could do it. Hodges shoots up, rises up for 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to Engel, who gives it to Paxton. 23-20 with 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Tanner Johnson with the ball. He's going to rise up. He's going to shoot. He's going to miss. Ball quickly up court in the hands of McClure. McClure for 3, no good. Block there by Engel on the offensive rebound. Ends up in the hands of Engel. And now it ends up in the hand of Johnson. Well, it did for a second. Now Jenkins is going to come in. He's on one-on-one with Engel, who rises up and partially blocks it. And now we're back to the Wolverines basketball and Parker Paxton with it. He's got 3 people on him. Tanner Johnson finally gets the ball, ends up in the hands of Vincent. Vincent gives it to Engel. Engel with a nice move, goes up, and he's fouled.
Star Valley foul, 34.
That is McClure's first foul, team 7th. First team foul of the second half. Engel misses on the first of 2. Derek DeVries will come in, and Cade Gabrielson will come in for Lang and Parker Paxton. Engel with his second shot on the way. It's good. So Engel has 4 now on the night, and it is a 4-point game, 24-20. With 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Johnson with the ball, gives it over to McClure. McClure drives, gives it off. Partially blocked by DeVries, and Hodges is close to the timeline. He's able to corral it. And backs up, and it ends up back in the hands of McClure, who then gives it to Hilton. Hilton gives it over to Johnson. Johnson looks to drive. He's cut off by Gabrielson. Finally, a 3-point shot by Hilton, and it's good.
Hilton.
So it's a 1-point game now, 24-23, and off that, Parker Paxton has literally gotten about 3 breaths in, and now he's going to come back in. Vincent has a shot. He misses. Tanner Johnson on the weak side gets the offensive rebound, and it's up and it's good. And now Tanner Johnson has 12. 3-point game, 26-23, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. 3-point shot again by Hilton, and he's got it. And now we're tied at 26-26. That is 2 back-to-back 3-point shots by Cortland Hilton for Star Valley. Cade Gabrielson has the ball, ends up in the hands of Vincent. Vincent to Engel, back to Vincent. Vincent's got Tanner Johnson all alone on the other side if he'll look up. It ends up in Cade Gabrielson's hands, and a timeout by Coach Bo Sheets.
Timeout, Riverton.
It is a 30-second timeout. And so we are actually going to stay right here for this 30-second timeout. At the half right now, other scores that I'm getting right now, Lander Valley and I believe that is, at the half, Lander is leading 20-14. I can't tell who they are playing right now, to be completely honest with you. I want to say that is Mountain View. It is. Okay, so it is 20-14 Mountain View, or 20-14 at the half. Lander over Mountain View. Lander played last night. They had a lot of interesting events. I talked to Ernie Over last night. Big time game and big time weekend for the Fremont County teams. I know that if you join me on Thursday with Cody Beers, Wyoming Indian is playing 3 games in 3 days. So that is a big time test for them. And I don't have any scores from them because Cody is not there tonight. He is in Cheyenne. But anyway, back to action. It is 26-all with 2 minutes and 11 seconds. And it is Riverton ball. DeVries has the ball, ends up in the hands of Engel. Engel gives it to Gabrielson. Gabrielson back to Engel. Engel rises up, shoots, misses, but he's fouled. Foul is on Hodges. That is his third, team's second. It will send Lucas Engel to the line, and quickly he will shoot, and quickly it goes in. My mom texted me, she's watching today, and she's like, "Son, are you sick?" And I'm like, "Yeah, so?" So I'm sorry if I keep coughing, I apologize. Lucas Engel with his second shot, it's up and it's good. So it is 28-26 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. McClure with the ball, gives it to Hilton. DeVries all over him. Parker Paxton now has the ball in front of him with Fromm. Nice closeout there by Tanner Johnson, causing McClure to walk. (28-26), a minute 42 left, third quarter. Paxton will bring the ball across the timeline. I think. Nope, he'll give it to Gabrielson, who brings it across the timeline. Cross-cart pass back to Paxton, who ends up in the hands of Fromm. Fromm is short, but an offensive rebound ends up in the hand of Tanner Johnson, and he's fouled. Foul is on number 10, Fromm. That's his second, and it's the team's third of the second half.
Star Valley foul, 10 from second. 13 fouls.
Johnson will throw the ball out of bounds. A little bit too strong. A little bit too strong for Cade Gabrielson, so it is a turnover. It will go to the Braves with a minute 26 in counting, 28-26. So again, we're back to where we were yesterday in a close ball game with not a lot of points. 3-point shot by McClure is off, and a rebound almost to the Wolverines. There is a foul on number 34, McClure. That is his second, team's fourth. And there is a timeout on the floor, 32nd, and we're going to take it with him. It is 28-26, minute and 12 seconds left in the third. We'll be right back.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine basketball. We are at a minute and 12 seconds left in the third quarter, 28-26 in favor of the Wolverines, and it is Wolverines basketball. DeVries has the ball, and he steps out of bounds, and it went off the foot of a Braves player, but then bounced off of DeVries, so it is Braves ball. Johnson with the ball, gives it over to Fromm. We are under a minute in the third. Fromm looks to move, unable to do anything with it. Ends up in the hand of Jenkins, who again has not really scored much at all, and he's their leading scorer. Almost traveled there by Johnson, ends up back in the hands of McClure. McClure then hands it to Hilton at the top, and he's got DeVries all over him. Parker Paxton tries to get a poke in. He's unable to do anything with it, and a foul is called.
Riverton foul, 1, DeVries.
And it is on Derek DeVries. That is his first, team's fourth. And we just had a spill over here right beside my left, and that's why everything went silent, because it almost fell down the stairs there. I always love when kids run up and down the stairs. They're going to start falling all over the place. Anyway, back to action. 23 seconds left in the third quarter, 28-26, with Hilton with the ball. And he is fouled on the floor by Vincent. That is his second, team's second. Oh, sorry, that is the team's fifth foul. I've been not keeping up with my fouls really well. So it's the team's fifth. 15 seconds left in the third, 28-26. Johnson with the ball for the Braves. Screen set by Jenkins, and he goes around it. Now they can start going into that weave again. 3 seconds left, and a nice move there by Hilton, but he scoops and misses. So at the end of the third quarter, we're in for a good one. Again, less than 24 hours ago, we had this same scenario. 28-26 as we enter the fourth quarter. We'll be right back.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Welcome back to KTAK and Riverton Wolverine basketball, 28-26 as we enter the final quarter. It has been a back-and-forth affair, and it is really, like I said, the same scenario as last night, so we're in for a good one. Riverton basketball as we begin. Parker Paxton hands over to Tanner Johnson. Johnson is double-teamed. He gives it back over to Parker Paxton, and now they're playing back and forth. Ball starts moving around a lot. back over in the hands of Parker Paxton. Parker Paxton for three is no good. And for a moment, it looked like the Braves were going to try to push, and Jenkins smartly brings it up and slows it down. Hilton gives the ball over. Three-point shot on the way. No good. Offensive rebound and an offensive foul on Jenkins. And Jenkins does not agree with it. That is Jenkins' first, team's fifth of the second half. And now the crowd really getting into it. Over across the way from us, Parker Paxton's going to bring the ball across the timeline. He's going to split four defenders, and a call and a foul, and it's on Johnson. That is his fourth, team sixth. And again, first off, while we have a moment, I want to say thank you to the lady who sent me a text message and told me to take some honey for the sinus infection I'm dealing with, so I big appreciate to that. Lang is going to go right to the basket, and Lang's going to shoot it and score. 30-26, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That is Lang's first points of the night. Hilton for three is good. And that quiets the crowd. And there is a timeout on the floor, 6:49 left. It is a 30-second timeout. 30-29 left in this one. So we're going to take it with them. We'll be right back.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine basketball. We are in a good one right now. 30-29 with the Wolverines leading. And it has been Tanner Johnson, really, who has had a really big game. He's got 12 points. But it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, because Tanner Johnson, like I said, I feel like there's going to have to be someone else who steps up in these final 6.5 minutes to be able to really put this away. Ball is in the hands of Johnson right now, and he's almost trapped on that sideline. Gets the ball to Engel. Engel's wide open, so he turns around, shoots, and makes.
Lucas Engel.
That is 8 points for Lucas Engel. Fromm will bring the ball across the timeline, give it to Hilton. Hilton has got Vincent all over him. Now McClure has it, and now the Braves will go into that weave. Ends up in the hands of McClure, who then gives it to Jenkins. Jenkins to Hilton. Hilton gives it to Jenkins, back to Fromm. And Fromm is going to slow everything down with 6 minutes left in the fourth. Neild is on the floor. He gives it to Hilton. Hilton trying to get away from Vincent. He's finally able to do so, rises and makes. That is 5 points for Hilton in the fourth quarter, and we're back to a 1-point game with 5.5 left. Quickly, the ball ends up in Vincent's hands, and Vincent travels. .538 left in the fourth quarter, 32-31. Jacob Hodges will come into the game for the Braves for McClure. Fromm has the ball and brings it across the timeline, and he's met by Paxton. The Braves start moving the ball around again. They have really good ball movement, and as soon as I say that, a turnover. I jinxed it. So Parker Paxton has the ball, and he's got 2 people on him, now 3 people, so somebody's open. Finally gets it in the hands of Lang. Lang over to Vincent. Vincent back to Lang. Lang back to Vincent. Vincent then looks into Engel, touch pass to Johnson. Johnson for 3, good!
Tanner Johnson.
Tanner Johnson, have yourself a night, young man, 15 points. He said, Travis, you watch this. In the hands of Jenkins now for the Braves. 35-31 with 4:40 left. Ball over to Fromm. Gives it back to Jenkins. Jenkins again only has 2 points and they're the leading scorer. 3-point on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. Ball goes in the hands of Engel. And now Paxton gives it to Vincent, who gives it to Johnson. Johnson to Lang. Lang back to Paxton, and we'll reset. Paxton again has 2 people on him. Ends it over to Johnson. Johnson gives it to Vincent. Vincent again almost walked. Touch pass ends up almost in the hands of Engel's hands, and then finally ends up in Vincent's hands. Johnson's going to shoot another 3. He's good.
Tanner Johnson. 3 points.
And everybody on the bench is having a ball. 38-31, 3:59. Tanner Johnson, have yourself a night. 18 points. And the band is having fun with it. We'll be right back.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Welcome back, and you just missed Lucas Engel smacking the ball in about the 3rd row.
Riverton foul, 12, Paxton.
They call a foul, however, on Parker Paxton. That's his first, team 6th. Lucas Engel rose up and just smacked the ball away from Hilton. Hilton's at the line. He scores on the first one, 38-32, in favor of the Wolverines. And Hilton has 20 points in this one. Make it 21. So he's having himself a night, but he's the only one really scoring. Tanner Johnson's off to the races. I guarantee you everyone's going to start guarding him now. Parker Paxton spins. Parker Paxton goes up, and he's fouled. So Parker Paxton is going to go to the line.
Star Valley foul, 0, Hodges.
That is Hodges' 4th foul, team's 7th, and it'll send Parker Paxton to the line. First one on the way, good. That is Paxton's first points of the 4th quarter.
Returning for the Wolverines, 20, Lang.
He has 8 in this one. And I'm going to be honest, I'm shocked. Tanner Johnson sitting down. Second one on the way by Paxton is good. I guarantee you Johnson's not sitting for long. 3:38 left, 40-33 in favor of the Wolverines. Vincent is all over Hilton. And now the weave is on again for the Braves in the hands of Hilton. Lang is right, or Vincent's right with him, and that is an offensive foul, and Coach Beausheets is having a ball over on the sideline. Offensive foul.
Star Valley foul.
I didn't get a number. They're going to give it to number 3. That is Hilton's first. That is the team's 8th of the second half. And Parker Paxton did really good to draw that. Lucas Engel has the ball down to the low post, and it is out of bounds, and it will stay with the Wolverines. And as I promised and as I predicted, Hunter Johnson had about 1.5 seconds to breathe, and he's back on the court. And as soon as I say it, he's got the ball. Over to Cade Gabrielson, over to Vincent. Vincent cross court to Paxton. Pass is going to shoot a 3. It's good. When both of them are on, the Wolverines have a party. 43-33, 10-point game, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. The Braves going to try to find some offense. McClure with the ball, hands off to Johnson. Johnson no good. Rebound goes to Parker Paxton. Paxton quickly brings the ball up court to Vincent. Vincent cross court to Gabrielson. Gabrielson gives it to Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Gabrielson, and a foul on Gabrielson. And Gabrielson is limping. Gabrielson's got a little hitch in the giddy up. He's calling for somebody to take him out. Tanner Johnson literally didn't even get to sit down on the bench before he comes in for Gabrielson. So he literally went out, took 2 steps, came back in. And the officials are going to have a convo. Don't know about what, but here we are. 2 minutes, 28 seconds left. The foul was on Gabrielson. That was Gabrielson's first, team 7th. We're at 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, fourth quarter, 10-point game. Fromm with the ball. Ends up in the hands of Hilton. He's got Vincent all over him. And there is a foul, and they're going to call it on Vincent. That is Vincent's third, team's 8th. And so that will send Hilton to the line for the 1-and-1. Hilton has 21 points in this game. Make it 22. The problem is the next highest person has 3. Lang is going to come out, and Vincent will come back in. Derek DeVries is in there, and Hilton has another one. Give him 23 on the night. Tanner Johnson gives the ball to Vincent, who now is called for an offensive foul.
Riverton foul, 0, Vincent.
So that is Vincent's 4th, team's 9th. And so it should be a 1-and-1, but it's not. So, okay, so here we go. 2 minutes left. And that's, again, Lucas Engel after the fact. There's a foul, but after the fact knocks the ball into the lobby. Foul is on Derek Lang. That is his 4th. Team's 10th. That will send Dylan Johnson to the line for 2, and it is no good. Dylan Johnson has yet to score in this game. Derek DeVries is back into this one. He comes in for Lang. Second one on the way for Johnson is up, and it is good. So we are at 43-36, and there is a foul on Parker Paxton. Actually, sorry, it was a foul that was done to Parker Paxton. It was on Dylan Johnson. That is his 5th, so he's done. So Parker Paxton will go to the line to shoot 2. with 2 minutes exactly left in the fourth quarter. First one on the way, and it is good for Parker. Parker's also had himself a quiet night, but a good one, 13 points on the night. And Lang, with his 4 fouls, is going to come back in. Paxton, second one on the way, good. 45-36, fourth quarter. Minute 55 left. Hilton with the ball, and that's a blocking foul on Lucas Engel. That was close. And the crowd does not agree with it. Crowd does not agree with it at all. That is Lucas Engel's first, team's 11th. It will send Hilton to the line. Hilton has 23 points, 24 points. He's been at the free throw line about half this quarter. Second one on the way. Good. Hilton has 25 points and a timeout called. So we're going to take it with him. It's a minute 53 left, 45-38. We'll be right back on KTAK.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Wolverine basketball. To set the stage for you, 45-38, fourth quarter, with a minute 53 left. Parker Paxton and Tanner Johnson leading the way for the Wolverines with 14 and 18 points respectively. DeVries has the ball, gives it up to Vincent. Vincent's wide open. It's Lucas Engel and Vincent on their own, and Vincent takes it all the way, and he's fouled. That is Jacob Hodges' 5th foul, so he's done for the night, and that is the team's 9th. 10th. Thank you.
Returning for Riverton, 20, Lang.
And so that will send Vincent to the line, and he makes the first. Vincent has had a quiet night. He's got 4 points, but man, he's been all over the way for the defense, and quickly he doesn't even waste any time. He shoots both of them. He makes both. 47-38, 9-point game. Minute 45. Hilton looks back, shoots. It's off, and the crowd lets him have it after he misses the air ball. And a foul.
Star Valley foul, 34, McClure.
On McClure, that's his 3rd. Team's 12th. No, team's 11th, I'm sorry. And it will send Tanner Johnson to the line for 2. He's got 18. And I jinxed him as he misses the first. He'll get one more. Referee gives him the ball, spins it quickly. Second one on the way, and it's pure. 19 points for Tanner Johnson in this one with a minute and a half in a 10-point game. Fromm with the ball, hands it off to Hilton. Hilton with it now, trying to find something. Unable to do anything with it, ends up in Neal's hand. Neal gives it to McClure. McClure gives it to Hilton again, and he passes it to Fromm. Almost got it, threw it out of bounds. Fromm was able to get it. Ends up in the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins for 3-point, good.
Jenkins, timeout.
So now it is a 7-point game with a minute and 8 left in this one. And Jenkins finally with a big basket. Again, he leads the team It is a full timeout, so we will take it with them. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this one on KTAK.
University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Minute and 8 left in the fourth quarter. 48-41 in favor of the Wolverines. Wolverines will have the ball. Tanner Johnson looking to inbound. Gets it to Cade Gabrielson. Gabrielson gives it to Vincent. Vincent to Paxton. He was looking for Engel, and he decided against it. Now he's trapped. Gives it to Tanner Johnson. Johnson is then going to be fouled. Foul is on Hilton. That is only his second, but it is the team's 12th.
Star Valley foul, 3, Hilton.
It will send
Riverton, 23, Johnson.
Tanner Johnson to the line for 2. First one on the way, no good. 54.9 left, 48-41. Cade Gabrielson comes out. Derek Lang comes in. Second one on the way for Johnson is good. So Johnson now has 20. Quickly the ball goes up court, and it's stolen. Back in the hands of Parker Paxton with 49 seconds. Now to Tanner Johnson. Over to Lucas Engel. Cross court to Paxton with 40 seconds left. They still haven't fouled, and finally Hilton has to foul Parker Paxton with 40.3 left. That is Hilton's third. Team's 13th. Parker Paxton to the line. First one on the way. Short. Second one is up and good. 15 for Parker Paxton. Now it's 50-41 with 35 seconds left. Hilton's going to drive. Hilton is fouled. 2 shots for Hilton, and it's going to go against Jacob. It should be Vincent, I think.
Riverton foul, 0.
It is, and so Vincent is done for the night. And so Cade Gabrielson will come in for Vincent. And a round of applause for Vincent. Vincent will finish with 5 points on the night. Hilton, however, has 25, and he misses the first one. That is the first free throw he's missed in this fourth quarter, and the crowd loved it. Lang will come out. Derek DeVries will come in. Second one on the way for Hilton's good. So he has 26, 33.6, 50-42. Hunter Johnson's in trouble, finally gets it to Cade Gabrielson, and Gabrielson's fouled with 32.2. So we will walk all the way down to the other end.
Star Valley foul, 3, Hilton.
That is Hilton's 4th, team's 14th, if I'm keeping track right now. This is, I feel like we're going to get really high up on the team foul score. It'll send Gabrielson to the line for 2. First one on the way, no good. Gabrielson has no points according to my stat book. And now he has 1 as he makes the second of 2. 51-42, 30 seconds left. Hilton is going to go all the way, and he is all sorts of out of control, and he travels. And Derek DeVries will come back in for Lang. And the student section across from us chanting, "You can't do that," at Hilton. 27.1 left. Johnson gets it to DeVries. DeVries to Gabrielson, and Gabrielson will be fouled with 22.8 in a 51-42 game. That is Neald's second, team's 15th, and from here on out, I'm just going to say it's another team foul. Gabrielson again short on the first, which means if you are keeping track, he'll probably make the second. Called it. So he goes 1-1 again, and it's a 10-point game with 20 seconds. Hilton gives the ball over to Neald. Neald looks to Hilton, and it's a block. And I mean a loud one by Engel. And they will foul Gabrielson again with 10.8 left in a 10-point game. Anytime the ball gets around the rim, Engel is going to be looking for a block. That one was nasty. Gabrielson, first one on the way, and this time it's good. So Gabrielson now has 3 on the night. Second one on the way is good, and that should do it. 54-42 with 10 seconds left. Fromm with the ball. Fromm's going to shoot a long three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound goes to Gabrielson, and that is it. Final score, 54-42 in favor of the Wolverines. We will be right back as we enter in the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We'll be right back right after this.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Hi, this is Tyler Watson, your local State Farm agent. I'm a proud sponsor of Wolverine Athletics and all of our student athletes here in Fremont County. Youth sports are a great way to build future skills that help our kids succeed in life. Teamwork, leadership, time management, and how to perform under pressure can all be learned on the field and in the gym. Good luck to each and every one of the student athletes. Go Big Red!
Tyler Watson State Farm, 618 East Washington Avenue in Riverton. Call 856-4118 or visit insuringriverton.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket post-game show. Travis Gupton, sports director at the Wind River Radio Network, with our Papa Murphy's player of the game, Tanner Johnson. Tanner, like I said, have yourself a night, young man. 20 points in this one, and you were feeling it from three-point land.
Yeah, I just had to get my rhythm.
Talk to me a little bit about, really you scored in every single quarter, but really the fourth quarter was where you really took over. You had 6 quick ones from the three-point line, and then really I could start seeing the swagger for the team. How good was it to be able to get this win?
It was great. We had to get our revenge from last year against these guys, so it felt great.
And another thing is, I was talking about who else was going to be able to score. Usually Parker Paxton is scoring 15, 16 a night. So it was good to see you be able to get in there as well. But then also, Parker Paxton, 15 points. It was a really quiet one, but, he was everywhere. How big is it to be able to get not just one person involved in the offense, but everyone to be able to get a team win like this?
It's great. It's good to know that it's hard to guard our team because we all can do stuff.
And last question for you. You now are still, I believe, undefeated in conference. And like I said, every game in conference is important. Every game in conference is a big one. How big is it to get 2 in a row against these two guys from Jackson last night and now Star Valley tonight?
It's big for us. Yesterday wasn't our best performance, but today we showed up.
Awesome, thank you. And that is Tanner Johnson. He is the Papa Murphy's player of the game, and I'm going to make sure that you get your gift card later on, okay? So make sure that you see me at the next game. All right, good win there by the Wolverines. And so we are going to now set up for Coach Bo Sheets to get in here. And let's get that headset on him. And Coach, can you hear me?
I got you, you bet.
All right, so Coach, this one, like I said last night, the first time we doing play-by-play, y'all give me a heart attack. The second one, y'all just let me have a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, I was pleased with how the boys, again, another good defensive effort from our kids. I like where we're at defensively, so it was good to make some baskets tonight too.
Absolutely, and we've talked about Tanner Johnson before off camera, and when he's on. He's on,
yep.
And he scores 20 in this one, and that really was the deciding factor.
It was, and last night we had good shots. It's one of those that, you feel good about a game when you make shots, and you're a little frustrated when you don't. But he's a kid that can knock it down. We've got a number of kids, but he's definitely, as Tanner goes, we go sometimes offensively.
And we talk about Parker Paxton all the time. He had a quiet 15, but then if you look at the score sheet, you had multiple guys in the scoring column. And so being able to do that, and then you look over at Star Valley, it was Hilton he had 26, but then the next highest scorer had 5.
Right. Well, and we felt number 22 is, a great athlete. So Lucas and the guys did a great job on him. So, when a kid like that goes off for 26, he shot really well. But again, to hold the other guys low and hold them under their average really helps our defense.
And last question for you, Coach. We talked about defense last night, and I mentioned in the pregame show that you said the defense was going to be the way to get back into the state championship, and we saw it again tonight because it really in the half was looking like we were going to have a repeat of the game from last night. And then finally the defense for your guys, they're Vincent, Gabrielson, Parker Paxton had a charge there in the third quarter that was a really big momentum changer. DeVries had some good stuff on defense. Lucas Engel shut down everybody around the basket. He had a block party down there. So, again, let's talk about it one last time. How important is defense? Because really the defense led to the transition baskets and led to some easy points, which led to the win.
It did, and Star Valley, they're one of the top teams in the state year in and year out, and this year's no exception. So to hold them to 6 points in the first, 6 points in the third, that puts you in a great position even when your offense isn't coming. So I'm very pleased with the defensive effort from the guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Right.
We're going to see you next weekend on the road, I think. And so we will be there. And that was Coach Bo Sheets. And so we're going to take one more commercial break, and then we're going to wrap up from here. We'll be right back in a few seconds on KTAK.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV, and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back to the Click It or Ticket post-game show. We're going to run through some stats real quick, and then we are going to close it for the weekend. Again, I'm very pleased and very honored to be able to have called these games for you. Kevin Shields, the voice of the Riverton Wolverines, will be back next weekend as we are on the road for 2 games. One in Evanston, I know. I cannot remember who the game on Friday is, but we're going to be there too. So going to be good to have him back, but I really enjoyed this, and I thank y'all for having me. So looking at the stats real quick, Jason Vincent finished the game with 4. Cade Gabrielson finished the game with 5. Parker Paxton, again, as I mentioned, a close and quiet 15. Derek Lang had 2. Tanner Johnson, the Papa Murphy's player of the game, had 20. He scored in every single quarter. And Lucas Engel finished with 8. And so over on the side of Star Valley, it was Hilton who had 26. Hodges had 2. Let's see here. Dylan Johnson had 1. Tate Fromm had 3. And Jenkins, the leading scorer coming into this, only had 5. And so big-time defensive win, big-time win for the Wolverines as they take care of business, 54-42. And over in Lander and Mountain View are heading to overtime, tied at 38. So you should, when we drop off here, go over and join Ernie over and Josh over on the Lander station. And so we are going to say goodbye and good night here from Wolverine Gymnasium. This has been the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines basketball brought to you by KTAK. I'm Travis Cupton, Sports Director for the Wind River Radio Network. We will see you next week.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degree.